Hello, welcome back to How to Do Stuff and Things. And today I'm going to teach you how to improve the water flow in your bathroom faucet, your kitchen faucet, any faucet that you have in your house. You find me in this echoey bathroom filming this with a GoPro because I just moved. A lot of my things are still in boxes. But one of the first things I do when I move into a new place is check the water flow in my faucets, in the bathroom, in the kitchen. And usually, especially with new construction, the water flow is very restricted. Let me show you something. You see that? That is unacceptable. Look how long it takes to fill this tiny little glass. Ridiculous. Now, I don't know how many gallons per minute this faucet is putting out right now, but it's very little. It's so little that it's hard to even wash the soap off your hands. You can see how long it took to fill that glass. If you try to turn the water hot and wait for the water to get hot, it takes forever because there's just no water flow. And I'm going to teach you something that is very simple, but a lot of people don't actually know. There's a thing inside the faucet called an aerator. And that aerator is what is restricting your flow. It's also providing turbulence to the water, so it comes out as a more shaped stream. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Often you can easily unscrew your faucet by hand. If it's not just finger tightened, you can get a wrench and remove this little piece here. And inside you have the aerator. Now, if you look at that, you can see the holes. And you can see that this is the only place that water is actually allowed to escape. So that is a very restrictive aerator. It also has a little bit of mesh on the back to prevent solids from getting through, and a washer. So if I take this out, we have the rubber washer and we have the aerator. Now, I don't know how many GPM this is, like I said, but it's got to be less than a gallon, probably less than half a gallon a minute. It's very, very restrictive. But I have these, and I always have these when I move into a new place. These are other aerators, various washers and some plumber's tape. Now, this guy is a 2.2 gallons per minute aerator. Just look up faucet aerator on Amazon. There are different sizes, but most of them are the standard size. If you just measure the one that's in your faucet, you can find the one that fits properly. Now, depending on where you live, you may not want to have a very unrestricted water flow. There may be laws concerning it. I live in the Pacific Northwest. There is plenty of water here, and I just need something that is strong enough that I can wash my hands properly, wash the sink properly, get the water hot without waiting forever and actually wasting more water as I'm waiting for the water to get warm. So I'm going to try this 2.2 gallons per minute water aerator. Let's see how it goes. All right, so here's the attachment to our faucet. We're going to drop this in. We have a honeycomb pattern there. We'll drop that down. We'll put the washer on top like so, and then we just screw it in. It's the simplest thing in the world to do in your own home, but it makes a huge difference. Okay, get the threads right so you don't cross them. I'm just going to do finger tight. That's plenty. And now observe. Oh yeah. That might actually be a little too much for the bathroom. Let's see. Yeah, that's filling the cup quite a bit, but you can always just adjust. That's a lot more water flow, and it's not a crazy amount. I think it was 2.2, but now I can fill this glass in a couple seconds as opposed to 30, 45 seconds. I can turn the water on and it will come out warm much more quickly. There we go. There's the warm water. The water flow I had before was worse than most, public restrooms or rest stop restrooms. It was horrible. But just by replacing this little aerator, I have made a huge difference, and it makes things just so much nicer and more convenient. So if you have horrible water flow in your bathroom or your kitchen sink, and you want to improve it a little bit, just check out the aerator that you have in your faucet, measure it, find a replacement on Amazon. You could go a 1.2, a 2.2, you can go even higher, but I think that's not really necessary. And a 1.2 gallons per minute is probably enough for a bathroom at least. I might do 2.2 for a kitchen sink because you'll be washing dishes perhaps. And all you do is pop it in, and there you go. The water flow is much improved. So thank you so much for watching. I've been a good friend Bradley, you've been the audience, and now you know how to do stuff and things. I'll see you later.